Hey, what up, guys? I'm Tahir Moore,
And I'm Patrick Cloud.
and this is another episode of Damn Internet. You scary.
Oh yeah, ha 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 ha. I'm starting with a scary story.
Oh, wait. Should we tell them first what we doing next week?
Let's save it for the end, so they'll stick around, huh?
Uh,
We have a we have a cool little announcement at the end of the episode, and we're gonna keep you hostage for it. If you guys are some DIYS fans, you will love this news. But for now, I'm gonna start with a scary story because I am fucked up in the head and I need to share it. This is I just want to get this off my chest because I want everybody to be as disturbed as I am. Uh,
oh, those
so
results
I,
not your head ass.
yep, I found this on Twitter. I felt like the same shivers it gave me. I feel like you, as someone who definitely needs has strict rules on space,
Mm-hmm.
uh, will hate this. I'm sure everybody in the chat will hate this too. Shout out to the Scary Squad. All right, so shout out to Grady Hendricks who said everyone's telling scary stories for Halloween. I think this was last year. So I'll talk about something that happened to me when I was a kid because hey, trauma never gets old. Okay. All right. So when I turned 9, I realized I could sneak downstairs after everyone was asleep and eat anything that I wanted in the fridge. No one ever noticed. I would make a peanut butter, cheese whiz, and mayo sandwich. Eat leftover pizza, scrape off the icing from birthday cakes. As long as I was careful, I could do anything. I'm not even going to talk about that damn sandwich. But okay. Creeping down was the hardest part. I had to navigate the pitch dark house all the way downstairs in total darkness like a tiny ninja. One night in May 1981, we ordered from Fish and Shrimp House. I waited until everyone was asleep and I crept downstairs to eat the leftover sweet and sour pork. Guys, was a fat kid, I'm sure. It took forever. I finally stepped into the totally dark den and let down my guard. All of a sudden, I heard a fork click on the counter. I froze. The microwave clock light showed the outline of a man sitting at our kitchen counter. He couldn't see me, but I saw him. A skinny guy eating our leftovers and drinking our milk from the carton. I can't explain how terrifying it is for someone to be in your house. I slowly backed away, crept upstairs, and woke up my mom and dad. They made way too much noise and took way too long, and by the time they got downstairs, the kitchen was empty. Everyone said I read too many horror comics, so they blew off what I said, but no way was I about to pour milk on my cereal. I started tracking the position of everything in the kitchen. One day, the paper napkin holder, that's how I know they were white, was on the wrong side of the counter. Another day, a mug was in the sink that was not there the night before. This nigga put his dishes in the sink. My bedroom door didn't lock, so I kept a steak knife under my pillow. I must have stabbed myself in the hand 1,000 times, checking to make sure if it was there. Then in August, here's where it gets good. Then in August, I was in my room reading and I looked up. There's an AC vent over my bed. Behind the vent, a pair of eyes were watching me. I freaked and I raised hell until my parents searched our attic and the crawl space under our house. Nothing. I wasn't very popular for a few weeks. The last week of August, our house started to smell. One night, rice fell out of the vent over my bed. Maggots. The AC people said something probably had crawled into our vents and died. Turns out, what had crawled into our vents and died was the guy. We lived in an old house with lots of space between the walls and big ducts. He had been living there since at least May. It was August. He put a foam pad beside my bedroom vent so he'd be comfortable while he watched me. The police, remember, this was a child. The police said he'd made lots of drawings. But then when I asked any adult, they pretend they hadn't heard anything about it. So imagine what the hell those were. No one ever identified him. He was buried as a John Doe. To this day, I cannot look in the vents in houses. But sometimes when I'm at someone's house, I'll smell a little BO coming from their central air conditioning, and I'll wonder who's living back there in their ducts. I hate the feeling that leaves you with knowing that that's a possibility, because homeless people do desperate things. So, damn. That's so.
I don't know if we could. I don't know if we could stay there, like at the house at that point. Like we might.
Oh no. That is crazy. Cause no, how you expect anybody? First of all, that kid is ruined for life. There, he gotta go to therapy.
He's gonna have trust issues for so long, and like I always wonder when shit like that happens, like how do the parents reconcile that relationship of trust? Because I try to tell y'all thought I read too many comic books. You told me I stayed up too late and I watched too many scary movies. And now there's a dead man in our house who's been living behind my wall. Died. Me putting on socks. The weirdo.
Died on a little cot in front of his vent, which is like, yo, I know people who had to take their rear view mirror off because they got into a traumatic collision. They couldn't look at it anymore. So it's like, you can't look at vents. And as somebody that's like, I remember my mom told me when I was a kid, like she had to keep every door closed because she read about this girl, this story. I read about it as an adult. It was like she was like the girl in the gaps. And they said, like, if you leave any drawers open or doors open just a little bit, there'll be an eye there and they'll pull you into like some darkness or something like this. So that stuff was
that as a child, and she still was like, I ain't taking no chances.
No. She told me that as a child. So I just grew up thinking that, and it's like, I gotta close doors. And she just mentioned that possibility. So for you to have been literally looking at eyes watching you, no one believes you, and then now you have a dead guy that no one knows who he is or where he came from, just like dead with the vent right there. That's horrifying.
Woo. Yes. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I can't. Yeah. That's a big hell no for me, dog. We got to move.
The worst part of that story is him eating the leftovers too, because they drank from the milk carton. They got a little bum spit on it. He was using.
Oh man, he wasn't brushing his teeth. He wasn't. I mean, maybe he was, like when they all left. Maybe he was sneaking out, taking a shower, using their soap, and they was like, man, we're going through the soap kind of fast. Like, can you imagine
using their toothbrush?
Oh baby. Can you imagine him sneaking in their clothes and trying on the clothes and clothes?
Like that, just like that makes you think somebody could just be doing stuff with all your shit when you're gone. Like it really, and you think that it's like, all right, maybe somebody comes in and lays a verse or like, grabs a stack. Like, no, they could put a fork in their mouth. They could drink from one of your things, eat from your peanut butter. Like,
bro, I'm talking about
your drawers on.
Sitting naked on your couch while you at work. Like, just sitting naked. He didn't take a shower, but he ain't taking showers regularly. He just sitting naked, just bald straight on the cotton or the leather sheets.
I don't like it. I miss the times before I read that story. Cause
you're fucked up for putting it all in our heads. So we didn't want that.
I have to pass this along. This is.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
That's messed up. I can't just be the only one terrified. Because that's not even a nighttime story. That's a daytime story too. Because now it's just like, Who's in
Bro,
here?
can you imagine him sticking? Somebody said not the peanut butter. You imagine him sticking his finger in the peanut butter and doing it like this instead of using a spoon, just like and he hit a cork like, oh shit. Put the
As gross as that is, that's not as gross as him using the forks and the spoons. Imagine him eating soup and getting all slurpy with your
yeah, but
spoon.
you can wash that off. That finger in the peanut butter, that linkage, oh, that's always there. Because the peanut butter get oily, you got to shake it up and stir up the oil, man. Yeah, I would much rather you use a spoon than stick your bare naked ass dirty finger in my peanut butter.
Your cups, boo-booing in your toilet, anything can be happen. That's what I want our viewers to know. While you out, you could be out right now. Somebody could be
81
putting your toothbrush up, they brushing they gooch with it, brushing they beard, and just to
for no
watch it
reason at
all.
all, other just to be a straight villain.
As horrifying as that is, even though I might be telling some scary stories every now and then, I don't want you to get all freaked out and start tearing your hair out and stuff. But if you do start tearing your hair out, or if you're just experiencing any type of, hair loss, I suggest you try Keeps. All right. Now we love everything about Keeps because it's that new company on the block that everybody's vouching for. All these you see the commercials everywhere. As guys, a lot of our identity is wrapped up in our hair. You see the dreads. What would I'd look crazy without these, right? So from everything from how it feels after getting a fresh cut to the way it's perfectly styled before going out. But and that's why we get into our 20s and 30s and we start noticing the first signs of hair loss.
Ooh, you notice too.
You be taking that shower and you have a clump of dreads in your head.
This way, every guy over 30 has done this one time. My shit going back right here. Every guy has done that once.
It's tough when you have a giant forehead because you're like, oh snap, it's happening, and then you check your high school pictures and you're like, no. It's always been just sitting up there, but it can happen. It happens to a lot of people. My family has balding in it, definitely genetically, so we definitely know it's panic time.
It's statistics though. 2 out of 3 guys will experience some form of male pattern baldness by the time they're 35, bro. 35. That's 2 out of 3 guys, man. And so the best way to prevent hair loss is to do something about it while you still have your hair. Okay. That's where Keeps comes in, man. You can get treated from home. You don't have to leave. You don't have to go to the doctor's office, any of that type of stuff. You can visit a doctor online and get hair loss medication delivered right to your home. And make it super easy to deliver your medication every 3 months so you can say goodbye to going to the pharmacy checkout lines, waiting outside in the lines just to get in the form. Like life has changed so much, bro. The convenience that these companies are offering is A1, bro. Like even getting groceries, you got to wait in a line to get inside the store and then wait in another line. You don't have to do any of that with Keeps, man. Everything comes discreetly to your front door. And as they said, prevention is key, man. So Keeps treatments typically take between 4 and 6 months to see results. So it's important to act as fast as possible. The sooner you start using Keeps, the more hair you'll save.
That's right. So just find out why Keeps has more 5-star reviews than any of its competitors, and more than 100,000 men trust Keeps for their hair loss prevention medication. So, the treatments at Keeps starts at just $10 a month, which is straight. Plus, for a limited time, you can get your first month for free. So there ain't no excuse. Go on over and get you some of that Keeps. You can go to keeps.com/DIYS and you'll receive your first month of treatment for free. So one more time, that's Keeps, KEEPS.com/DIYS. First month free. Get your hair back. Go get your hair back.
That part right there.
Keeps, you can, I try to pitch slogans to the companies that we do ads for. So you can keep that if you want. Go get your hair. Go get your hair back. I don't know. You might not like it. All right. So I got I have a great question actually. Who said this? Okay, so this was a dude named DJ Just Drew too. Um, this is a great debate, and that's why Shade Room called it Great Debates. He said in all caps, so I know he feels very passionately about this.
Mm-hmm.
He says, "Stop centering dates around food." Now, the foodie in me was like, "Why not? Hilarious." And this is a podcast. Uh, but I was like, I'm intrigued. He said, women be like, let's go out to eat. No, I went grocery shopping yesterday. That receipt was long AF and I meal prepped, which is like, okay, that's, I don't really ask that. But he says, I do have replacement ideas. Go for a walk or bike ride, paint and sip, arcade, play chess or Connect 4, go to a comedy night, do an escape room, axe throwing. I hate that all people want to do is eat, especially since I'm a gym rat. Ding, ding, ding. That is a deeper rooted issue for me, though. You can eat and do other things. Food doesn't have to be the focal point. Spice it up, mix food and activities. So even though he started a little aggressive, he had some interesting points. What do you think?
I don't think.
What do I think about not centering shit around food?
Here's the thing. Now, I look at dates a little differently. If you're getting to know somebody, I don't think the first date should be food. I think the first date should be like coffee or going to a park or doing something like you said, because you get to see what a person's really like. One, when they're not hungry, and two, like if something were to happen, like you don't have to put all your stock in one person. I say right out the gate, and that's why I think that at a coffee shop or somewhere y'all could just meet, listen to music, or grab drinks is better than getting food. Because food, depending on the food, you can have a shitty day, and you get to see how a person really reacts when they have a bad day. But that food might make it better. So you're not getting a true testament of a person. I say really see who they are before you start spending $100 on dinner or $60 on dinner or whatever. You get to know them first before you start investing a whole lot of money in it. I don't think anything is wrong with that.
Okay, so it's not really about the food as it is just like, okay. So I get what you're saying, but what about the food though? You know, like forget, first date and all that stuff. What about the whole thing about not continuously putting the focal point of dates around food?
Well, I mean, most times when people go on dates is after work. So anytime in between like 6 and 10 that's dinner time for the most part. So if you're gonna meet up after work, like I don't think that's crazy to suggest let's go to dinner. I don't disagree with him about the do something and dinner, like axe throwing and dinner. Like I'm all for that too, right? I feel like a date, it doesn't have to just be sitting and eating, but I don't think anything is wrong with going to dinner. But I get what he's saying, like people who just say let's go to dinner for dating, like that's the focal point. I get that. Like you don't get a chance to learn a lot about a person when y'all sitting down stuffing in your face. And if you order something that you really want, you don't want to like talk more than you're eating because the food gonna get cold. If you really had your mouth set on that, you want to fucking eat. So I agree with him in saying like it shouldn't be the focal point of a date, especially like first date. Like that's just ridiculous. You don't get to like it's like going to the movies on your first date. You can't talk to the motherfucker.
I used to do that all the time in like middle school, in high school. I mean, I was a budding boy.
High school, I get it. But yeah, like it doesn't make sense, especially somebody like me. Like I'm a real movie goer. I'm in my seat. I've already placed my order. They're gonna bring the food to me because I want to see the previews. I'm paying every month to this AMC Gold member. Like I take advantage of all this stuff to the point where I don't go to the movies with my family because they like to talk. They'll turn their head and miss something like, "Oh, what just happened?" No. We're not doing that shit. Like even at the house, if I say, "Hey, y'all want to watch this movie with me?" And they be like, "Yeah, I'll check it out." And I let them know. I give them, "Hey, listen, I'm not gonna do a whole lot of talking and shit. If y'all in a talking mood, I'll go upstairs and watch it."
Even at home,
bro. I like movies, bro. Like I'm a thespian. I love the fucking arts, and like for me, that's a big deal, especially because it's something I want to do. So I take it seriously. So you know what's crazy? That's why I stopped back before like MP3s and all that type of stuff. That's why I started buying bootleg albums, because I was having a conversation with somebody. It was like, if that was your art and you were putting all the time and the effort in that, and somebody bootlegged it instead of like going and support it realistically, like would you feel some type of way? And I was like, damn, I kind of would. And that's why I stopped bootlegging, buying bootleg albums and shit like that. And then I just started streaming it.
I suck at watching movies. I rewind everything, even if I was paying attention. Even if I was paying attention, I'll rewind it and be like, let me see that again. I'm pretty, yeah, it's pretty rough to the point where I kind of have to watch a lot of movies by myself.
Yeah,
I agree with that. I think that it's not that big of a deal to eat, because I feel like everybody loves to eat anyways, and I feel like you can get to know somebody based on like what they like eating and what they don't like eating. I just like talking about food too. I pretty much talk about food all the time.
But also, like, if once y'all are like, if y'all are dating, like, you guys are actually in the process of dating exclusively, I don't think it's wrong with making the food the focal point then, because like, if you guys are going around like trying different restaurants, like, hey, they just released an article, 20 restaurants you got to try in LA. Okay, we're gonna make a goal to get every restaurant done before September, right? Like now, it's a different type of focal point. It's not just about like just eating. It's about eating and experiencing different foods. It's about eating and experiencing different environments, expanding your palate, all that type of stuff. It takes the focus around, all right, let's just go get fat. It's like, let's try something different. Let's step out of our comfort zone.
Right.
So that's something different.
Yeah, trying different food is definitely, like, I would hate to be like, you know, those people, or like a couple or family that goes to like Sizzler every Wednesday, get the this. I got my usual. Like, food is too exciting for me to do that, unless it's chicken strips. Chicken strips are pretty solid every single. I feel like that guy had a lot of anger towards it. Like the more I read it, it seems like he might have been like a lunch. Is that Wingstop?
You know it is. You goddamn well know it is. Okay.
I ordered that at a pretty gross hour last night. It's in my fridge. I actually did the atomic hot.
Oh well, you out here wilding out, my boy.
Hey, it was low key. It was low key worth it. I handled them.
Yeah, that's what you say now, but your asshole gonna say something completely different in about 3 hours.
No, that was last night. I survived.
Oh, okay. All right.
I survived. All right. Here's just what I'm gonna share this. This is just the news that we need. All right. I don't know what it is about these people and Zoom. I guess it's very new to them, but some people just cannot get the concept of turning your camera and audio off. This couple thought that their audio was off, and this was in a whole meeting. This was the Rio de Janeiro municipal meeting. Never knew how to really say that word. But they just went ahead and just started getting it cracking right then and there. And here's my favorite part of this story. It says a meeting being held by the Socialism and Liberty Party went left after a couple forgot to turn their camera and audio off during a romantic encounter in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. It says it was conducted by member Leonel Brizola, which discussed ensuring food for children within...
Oh, man.
I'm sorry. Which discussed ensuring food for children within local communities during the pandemic. As Brizola and another member were discussing their plans, the participant left the meeting but forgot to turn their camera and microphone. He and his partner were having sex. Another participant noticed and the couple and motioned a friend to watch them in action. So somebody in the Zoom chat was like, yo, I don't know if people but here's the best part. Other members of the council decided to ignore the shenanigans and continued the meeting for 4 more hours.
Shut the fuck up. They weren't fucking for 4 hours, though. Like, what happened when he came back? Yo,
they let him finish. They let him finish. Called the moment an involuntary indiscretion. an involuntary indiscretion, and was upset by local media because it went viral instead of addressing the actual issue at hand. So
What was the issue at hand, sir?
They were like, but what about the kids? But what about the hungry kids? Yes, somebody was smashing during our meeting. Look at all these guys, though. This is who it was in front of.
Look at that mustache, though. Look at that.
This looked like Officer Pena from Narcos. They were probably just like, all right, awesome, cool. Dwayne Wade was there also, I guess. But wow.
Yo, that's all bad, bro.
Too funny. Speaking of, no, I have no transition. I just like this. I just like this video because it's a video of somebody putting 30 nuggets in a 20-piece nugget box, and it's just like, why? Where are these people at? You know, like y'all, it don't
out here doing the Lord's work, bro.
It don't come out of your paycheck, I don't think. So why not just hook people up? Why not just be cool? And I say this as somebody who was stiffed on sauces all the time. I don't understand what it is, but people just be throwing one sauce in. No, 4 orders. How about 1 honey mustard? Fight for it. Like it's just like I just like saying things like this. No story.
Yo, I sent you something on Twitter just now. A video.
Okay, 1 second.
It is ridiculous and kind of what we expected. I think some of us expected with the homeschooling. So, yeah.
Oh shit. Okay. It's one of these. All right, can you see it?
Yes.
Man, fuck your class, bitch. What's wrong with you?
That's okay. You can just leave then.
Bitch, I graduated. Suck my dick.
Good for you. Stop. This is not at all appropriate. Then why are you in a high school class right now?
Because I'm fucking a big backwood.
Yeah, big B-wood.
No. That's great.
You like that bitch up? Like that bitch up?
He don't know where the camera is.
Cool. I hope you know that all these meetings are recorded and you probably just got your sibling expelled. So congratulations.
That's on his motherfucking ass. We were talking. Yeah.
Oh shit, I ain't laughing about that shit. We probably can get this.
Fine. Eat your mic.
Here's my thing.
Bro.
Shame on the school for not teaching the teachers how Zoom works, because you can kick people out, you can mute people.
Immediately.
She did not need to deal with all that. He was talking like she had to see all that. He was just like, big blunts, fuck my siblings' education.
It's so crazy. Like why would you even do that? Like what's the point of disrespecting a lady? What's the point of interrupting the learning? Like, you know, your brother's trying to like graduate. Like, why are you doing this? I don't understand. And then I just remember niggas gonna nig, bro.
Niggas gonna nig.
I watched that video twice. And the first time I had so many mixed emotions. The second time, as a former teacher, I was just like, fuck these kids, bro. That's why I will never, ever go back to teaching for that reason right there. Even though it wasn't a kid, like, that's your brother. Like, man, chill out, bro. I'm working right now. Like, fuck these kids.
That's a lot. That is a lot. I just want to get. I mean, this is the only transition I can get. This ain't fuck these kids. This is actually the opposite of fuck these kids. Shout out to this man, a driver of a truck that collided with a school bus, helped get the kids off the bus before he died.
Oh my God. Damn it, Pat. How do you take an amazing story and just dog in the movie?
Yeah, I don't know why I brought this up. I don't know why I brought this one up. But hey, we're here. So on Wednesday, a box truck collided into a school bus I really just did that. My bad. Oh, fuck.
You made it worse. You made it worse.
Fuck. Oh, God. It's a school. I was trying to make a connection like, oh, I got some kids' stories.
No, that's horrible.
It's not. It'd be way horrible if it was like, oh, a school bus blew up and, you know, kids were flying everywhere. They're okay. But it says that it was remarkable because even though the back of the bus crumpled like a piece of paper, the driver of the truck jumped out of his vehicle to help get the students off the bus before he collapsed and died. He must have been running on adrenaline, and his body gave out.
Well, I wonder what was his method of death? Like, was it a heart attack or stroke? Because he's in the front of the bus, and I don't know. Maybe he got trauma from it was hit so hard that he ran into the steering wheel or something like that. Or I don't know. I was just trying to figure that out. Like, what was his? I don't know.
Might have been just blunt trauma or something. Internal bleeding. It says his body gave out because it says while making its normal stops, the bus was rear-ended by the truck, and the children were pinned underneath the seats. So he helped them off, and then he died. And he died. Okay. Well, rest in peace.
I'm gonna cut that out anyway.
Why? This is what happened. Rest in peace, Jonathan Grayer, man. That's a hero. He helped the kids. Last moments. You know? Mm-hmm. Why did we used to do dark stuff all the time. What is this a PG show now? We can't.
Not at all. No. It's not the PG. It was like when you started laughing, I know you were laughing like, oh, I did do this wrong, but it looked like you was like the guy died right after he helped the kids off, and then he started laughing. It looked like you were laughing at him.
Oh, that? Oh, no, I'm not worried about that. No, I was just like, God damn, this is dark.
Yes.
Nah, don't worry about it. You can keep the laughing in. This is kind of weird, though. Kylie Jenner is kind of under like a weird microscope right now because she posted this photo and the caption was brown-skinned girl with like the little like magic symbol. And then she changed it to brown-eyed girl. And everybody was like, you really changed it. Like everybody, all the comments was like, why did she put brown skin girl as her first caption, then edited it? She changed her caption like nobody saw it. Don't be shy. Change the caption back to brown skin girl. The caption was brown skin girl. Laughed my ass off. Like, damn, you can't do nothing. And then they said it was photoshopped. How you Photoshop your own comments too? I don't get why. It's funny because like I made a post on Twitter that was like, at this point, like black people, and in this case specifically, like with most of social media and just entertainment in general, black people, black women should be like looked at as superheroes.
Right.
Logically, you know what I mean? Like from everybody like doing surgeries and just like all this like appropriation and all this culture vulture stuff. Like I don't get how it's like so looked at as like this huge thing, but then the actual people in the culture are like, it's such a, I just saw this and I was like, this is such a weird like juxtaposition. Like it's why is it contrasted this much? Like everything about us, from qualities to personality traits to style to trends, like literally everything is lifted up here, but like the people who do them is like the bottom of the barrel. It's just it's so weird that happens. It's like
everybody wants the culture, they don't want to be part of it.
But are you that? Like I get it. Like if you're just like, man, I love the culture, I love the way they do this. I fix myself up and because I like it. But like it seems like at the end of the day, nobody admits it. They're just like, nah, what are you talking about? You know, or just like the fact that in your mind you thought to put brown skinned girl, and it's like, are you starting to believe all this stuff, or like I don't get it. I don't get it. But I have to be like,
Everything with the Kardashians, I don't even really look at it. I just kind of glance at it. I give them the side. I'm like, I'm not reading that. I don't know.
Are you over?
They're a different group. I'll just say that they're a different group. They just
different breed.
Yeah.
So, well, speaking of that, have you heard from Kanye?
No, I have not.
Kanye, via Twitter, he pitched a new idea. I wanna see what you think about it.
Oh my God!
A vision just came to me. Jesus talk. I was watching TikTok with my daughter. As a Christian father, I was disturbed by a lot of the content, but I completely love the technology. We pray we can collaborate with TikTok to make a Christian monitored version that feels safe for young children and the world. In Jesus' name, amen. How you feel about Jesus talk?
You know what? How can I say this? He has done so much wild stuff that when he has a decent idea, it's kind of like, man, shut the fuck up, man. Just shut up. And that's kind of why I feel like I am with him. I'm like, I don't care what you're talking about right now. Like, for 6 months, just shut up. If you want to do something, make your music, put your albums out. But other than that, just shut up. Like, I literally had started doing the research for like why people should not vote for Kanye, because there's so much stuff going on with the United States Postal Service and him still trying to like push this agenda or push this out that he's running for president, that I had literally started doing research for why top 3 reasons we shouldn't vote for Kanye West. All right. And so this is number 1. Remember he was selling this jacket? The jacket with the Confederate flag on it.
I did not remember that. No, he was selling it, or he was just wearing it.
Yeah, that was. He was. I think he was selling it. It was part of like his tour merch. So that's 1.
Okay, forgot about that.
This is 2.
Hard to forget.
Yeah, like, and then this is basically the 400 years of slavery was a choice. Mm-hmm. And even though, he tried to clear it up, it was like, it's taken out of context. I was trying to say anybody that submits to 400 years of tyranny and injustice, it sounds like a choice, like you choosing to do that. It's like, bro, like, what was they going to do? They didn't have the weapons, even you overthrow the plantation owner. Look what they did to Nat Turner. Like, he did that, and then eventually the numbers, he was still outnumbered, what I mean? So it's like, I can't with him right now, bro. I cannot with him. I'm not entertaining it, bro. I'm just shut up, bro. Shut up. Take a break. Shut up. Shut your ass up. Sit your ass down.
He still doesn't have that person in his life to tell him not to do that. It's weird. You think that
at this point it's like, I don't even know if he would listen, because I'm sure Dave being Dave, when he went up to the ranch, he was like, yo, man, you just gotta chill out, man. Just relax a little bit, enjoy yourself. I'm sure somebody has tried to tell him just to relax, chill out, focus on you. But come on, when has Kanye ever had chill? So it's just like, just shut the fuck up at this point.
It's probably the best thing to do. I mean, I don't know if Jesus talk is it's a beautiful, beautiful vision. The name needs work. Jesus talk.
The name definitely needs work. But yeah, I'm just not. I'm not there.
Not feeling it.
No.
Well, I don't think slavery was a choice. But it is a choice.
What's that?
Having hairy pubes. Have you ever shaved your balls to hear more?
Yes, absolutely.
How'd that go?
Well, I mean, I'll tell you this, and this is the honest God truth. Like, shaving before I got my Manscaped products, it was a 50-50 chance that I was gonna mess something up, and not so much the shaving, but I was gonna nick something, get a little cut, something like that. And so I understand why guys like, I ain't doing that again. Like, but thanks to Manscaped and the Lawnmower 3.0 with that LED light, makes it easy to get those hard to reach and hard to see places. I'm confident in it. I'm a connoisseur now. You know what I mean? Like I'm regular degular down there. You know what I'm saying? And I feel better about it. I feel like, you know, you got the hair down there. It holds sweat. It holds heat, which can hold extra moisture. Which can, you know, start to smell bad. Like I'm good. So now I'm all about it, man. I'm all about it. What about you, Pat?
You know, I had a horror story. I when I was a child, when Nair first came out, I tried Nair. It was horrifying. And you know, I burned my little pecker. But now we got, you know, thankfully technology has advanced, and now we got Manscaped. So now I just use the Lawnmower 3.0. There is waterproof.
Yes.
And like I said, it got an LED light on it. So have you? I mean, have you ever like turned the lights off and hung out upside down like a bat and then shaved your pubes?
Yeah, no. I'm gonna go with no on that one because that's just
you should try it. You can do that with the Lawnmower 3.0. It got an LED light.
Okay.
They also just got their Shears 2.0 nail kit, which is a perfect add-on to their Lawnmower 3.0 trimmer. It's like adding an attachment. COD. The Shears 2.0 is a luxury 4-piece nail kit featuring tempered stainless steel tools.
Right.
And it includes tipped tweezers, rounded point scissors, fingernail clippers, and a medium grit nail file. Just medium grit, not heavy.
That's it. That's all you need. You just need something to smooth it out after you clip it. That's what that's for. Just smoothing it out, fellas. Don't you see those words or you hear those words, you be like, oh, what is that for? It's just smoothing it out, baby. Just smoothing it out. That's it.
Smoothing it out. And you also get Crop Reviver, which is a testy toner.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's like having a cologne for your balls. You just do one on each ball, little touch. We won't judge you if you we catch you sniffing yourself. So you can get all of this, and not only that, 20% off and free shipping just for messing with us with the code DIYS at manscaped.com. One more time, that's 20% off and free shipping at manscaped.com. All you got to do is use DIYS when it asks you for the code. All right, you could take my advice and do the little bat thing. That is dope.
Or don't take his advice. You could just do regular Manscaped.
You can stand up, but they have a light on it. So if you want a bat shave, I call it bat shave. Go to the Bat Cave and bat shave.
I do the Captain Morgan. I got one leg up while I'm going here and just, you know what I'm saying? I handle that. Get in the shower, boom, come out. Then I put a little crop preserve on there. It's like deodorant for your balls, and I'm good all day, baby. I'm good all day.
Hey, that visual sucked. I'm just gonna let you know.
You a hater. You said bat shaving. Let's not forget that.
All right. Well, we said that TikTok. We mentioned Jesus talk, as Kanye put it. But in the TikTok realm of things, TikTok randomly just announced a partnership with United Masters so that artists will be able to release music directly from TikTok. So that's kind of weird, but it's dope because a lot of music breaks on these social media apps like TikTok. So it's cool that they can actually, you know, they need somebody like United Masters to make sure that the ownership is legit. However, it's just weird with TikTok because it's like, okay, so you're going to be working with more Black creators than ever now. And this was not the dopest app, you know, a couple months ago, just because of its views on BLM, and it was blocking hashtags and blocking Black creators, and the algorithm was racist. And it's just weird that this is, it's like a double-edged sword. It's like, okay, for the artists and the creators, this is going to be great. Do I wish it happened on another platform? Absolutely. I'm not a... Yeah. But hey.
I thought I read a headline the other day that said, like, Donald Trump gave TikTok 90 days to end all affairs and, well, settle all affairs and everything and get out of the United States or something like that. Mm-hmm. And I don't know, because, like, I get these little updates on my phone real quick, and I just glance at them, but I thought I had saw something about that. But also, it's like, TikTok, man. Once I heard about the news and I saw how they blocked my stuff a couple times, and I didn't go off the first one. I went off like the fourth time they did it. I was just like, yo, fuck TikTok. And then all the other stuff came out. I was like, yeah, good for them. I'm glad they got a lead.
Yeah, for real. So I don't understand how this works, this partnership, if they're about to get banned. I don't really know what's going on, but at the end of the day, like this broke Lil Nas X, you know, which is one of the biggest artists right now. So he came from TikTok. So I don't like the idea of like an artist like, yeah, you know, I started on TikTok. Like that's super weird to me. But hey, you gotta adapt with the time. So I guess shout out to TikTok for staying relevant in some type of way.
Well, let me read this real quick. Then this is from Rolling Stones. Supposedly he gave them 45 days. He said, following news late Friday that President Trump plans to ban TikTok in the U.S., the popular social media app responded to Trump's claim, with U.S. General Manager Vanessa Pappas taking to the platform to tell TikTok users it would not be leaving the U.S. and that TikTok is safe and secure for app users. They just said, we ain't going no fucking way, nigga. What you gonna do about it? She said, we've heard your outpouring of support and we want to say thank you. We are not planning on going anywhere, Papa said in the video. TikTok is a home for creators and artists to express themselves. Really? The ideas and connect with people across different backgrounds. We are so proud of all the various communities that call TikTok their home. I'm also proud of our 1,500 U.S. employees who work on this app every day and the additional 10,000 jobs that we're bringing into this country over the next 3 years. I'm thrilled about our U.S. Creator Fund that we just announced, our $1 billion fund to support our creators. And when it comes to safety and security, we're building our safest app because we know that's the right thing to do. So we appreciate the support. We're here for the long run and continue to share your voice here, and let's stand for TikTok. Man, shut the fuck up. And that's on Rolling Stone's website. This was posted August 1st, 2020. You can go check that out if you want. How you feel about that, Pat? Stand for the voices. Standing for TikTok. That's what we're doing. We're standing for TikTok. We're not going anywhere, okay?
Man,
we got 1,500 employees. We're bringing 10,000 jobs in the next 3 years. We got a creator fund of $1 billion that's going to get, you know, maybe black people will see maybe $500 of that. Well, what do y'all want from us? Yes, we use your music. Yes, we use your dancing. Yes, we block your videos. Duh. TikTok, bitch.
This cycles right back to what I was saying. Like, how is there not a superhero mentality? It just makes no sense. It's like, but that's, you know, I didn't said what I needed to say about TikTok. I hope they do get banned. My whole thing about this is like, Trump, of all the things that he didn't move on, he's gonna give TikTok a 40-day warning. All of a sudden he's Clint Eastwood coming through kicking the sheriff. Like, you coming to collect now? Like all this other stuff, Breonna Taylor, like you ain't give no time limit. No time limit to nothing else going on. But TikTok is like, all right, y'all better, we need to fix this TikTok epidemic. Like, we got to get him out of here. We got to get this man out of office. That's all I got to say. That's all I got to say.
But not by Kanye. Okay, guys? Don't do that. Here's my thing.
They even admitted that Kanye, that was just a tactic to get the black vote away from Democrats.
This is what I feel like. And this might go into conspiracy theory and all of that shit, but I'm going to be real with y'all. Look around you. Read the news every day. Take a step back and see that everything may not affect you initially, directly, but if you take a step back and broaden your gaze, you will see what is happening. This is just my humble opinion, but this is just what I think is going on. Kanye is like what they call in the music business an industry plant, right? This is distraction, right? But they come out with the whole Kanye thing. He's running president. Oh, man, I love Kanye. I'm going to support Kanye. I'm going to give him my vote. Kanye is not equipped to lead the nation, okay? He's not equipped to lead his household right now. He's not equipped to lead the nation. So we got that one distraction, right? We got a couple things floating around about Joe Biden. That's another distraction, right? And now we have this whole thing with the USPS right now shutting down Trump and this whole order and them not getting their funding, them taking away the sorters, and now all the mail people have to sort all this mail by hand, right? Them putting locks on the mailboxes when literally we've said the last couple months that a lot of the votes are going to have to be mail-in votes, right? See what's happening. If they're blocking the mailboxes and they're making these mailmen sort this mail, they're not going to give them raise, they're taking away these machines. Do you think your vote is going to count? Do you think your vote's going to get there? I feel like he's setting this shit up so we can't even vote, and he's going to just be in there another 4 years, right? Unless people like take to the streets again and be like, nah, fuck that. We ain't standing for this shit. Because you got the whole voting thing. You have the USPS thing. And now they have this litigation going with Uber and Lyft out here because California wants Uber and Lyft and rideshare companies in general to list their workers as actual employees, not I-9 workers, right? So they don't want to do that because they don't want that paid for health insurance and all of that type of stuff, right? Because if ride sharing is down, profits are down, it's like, how can I provide insurance for all of these people all over the world? I took Lyft when I was in London. So yeah, they don't want to like do that, right? So let's say that they say, yeah, we're not going to do mail-in ballots, right, for this election. You got to get there on your own. But now Lyft and Uber are shut down. How you going to get to the polls? Not everybody in America has access to cars. Like, how you going to get to the poll? I feel like they're doing everything in their power to set this up so he can get another 4 years.
You remember I think we showed that video of how they opened like one poll in that entire area that was all black people. So it was like one literally like one voting booth. And there's usually, I think they said like last year there was like a whole bunch of them, but this year there was just one, and like the line was like all the way down the street. Like it's for sure. And the wildest thing about 2020, or probably like maybe like the last 5 years, is like how just like outright blatant everything is. You know what I mean? Like at least coming up, like there were obviously a lot of, very in your face. A lot of things were in your face, but a lot of things was still like hidden, at least in the news and on a mainstream level. But it's just so in your face, just like, yep, this is what's happening. And that's the scariest part, because for me, where do you go from there? Except just like, I remember when tanks were going up and down on the news, and the army just arrived at downtown LA, and I was like, are we about to go into martial law? Is it going to be like something where it's just like, nope, y'all get in the house or you will be arrested? Like that's it seems like that's where it can go, from it just being that in your face and blatant, because they don't care about optics anymore, and that's what's nerve-wracking for sure.
I feel it's so bittersweet for children right now, because they're going through something that, one, they shouldn't have to go through. People of color especially. Like the racism and injustice, like we've become accustomed to it. We shouldn't, but we've become accustomed to it. And we could try to prepare our children for that. But like what's happening right now with the pandemic, with schools, it's like, bro, there's no way you could have prepared your kids for something like this. And
that's why a lot of people are overwhelmed with homeschool.
Yeah, it's bro. I mean, but the video we just saw, bro. It's like that kid that was actually the student. He might not be that way. That might literally just be the way his older brother is. Right. But if his older brother is like that, what's the chances of him standing up to his older brother? What fighting chance does he have to make it out if that household is like that? My whole household, one of my uncles sold dope to my other uncle. Like that's the type of household I was raised in. Mm-hmm. I knew I wanted more. I could have easily just settled for what I had, but I knew I wanted more. And luckily my mom supported me, and I had friends that supported me, like family members, so I was able to get away from some of that shit. But it's like, what about the people that don't have that support? And then they have to go home and deal with stuff like that. Like, right. Bro, school was an outlet for some people. That might have been the only place they could have got a meal. It could have been the only place they could have got away from getting, violence displayed toward them. Like, it's so much that this is affected. And I just feel so bad for people who are in situations that are completely out of their control.
That sucks. Damn. Yeah. That's hella true though. Yeah, man. That's a lot. That is a lot.
And I mean,
And
like, it's crazy, like, because all over the world, like, people are just doing the best that they can with this, bro. Like, I see why, like, they say alcohol sales were up all over the world, bro. And I'm like,
yeah.
duh.
I'm gonna take
I
a
know
shot
I've
after
been
that.
drinking more. I know I've been drinking more since I've been at home because it's like it's there. But I tell you this though, I'm not. I try to be responsible with it because I can't wake up with no hangover and I still got stuff to do the next day. I can't have any days wasted, which is exactly why I take DHM. All right, because it is the proper way to drink responsibly. Am I right, Pat?
I didn't even see that coming, but yes, that is absolutely right. DHM is we have been huge fans since we were actually introduced to it through this, and it's really part of our routine. It's so dope. It's basically DHM detox. It's a vitamin for people who like to enjoy alcohol. You can get that much needed immunity boost while you're drinking. But it's we're getting older. It's time to start taking care of our body when we drink and just being more responsible. I hate that feeling afterwards. I feel like I can't do
Oh,
anything. I can't get
oh,
anything done the next day, and it almost
man.
makes it just like, man, I'm not even going. I'm just going to drink water tonight. DHM said nope. It's
It'll
dope
be
because
in
all
your
you
body fighting the alcohol. Like, get out of here. Get out of
right,
here.
and it's crazy. There's a huge it's a myth that our bodies are dehydrated the next day when it's really toxins that it's kind of like it's the toxins that are is left from the alcohol. And that's what causes the nausea, the brain fog, the anxiety, the headaches. But DHM detox, they actually use science to help it boosts your body's natural response to the alcohol, and it helps break down all those nasty toxins. And it's all natural ingredients, antioxidants, vitamins. You just take 2 capsules after your first couple of drinks, and it goes to work. And you can double up if you're having a big night and drinking a lot, and take 2 more if you want.
Which I've been doing.
I've had some big nights, and I've only taken 2, and I would hike the next day. It's actually that crazy. So, and it's dope. They come in little convenient packets that are easy to share with friends and family. And like I said, it's a key part of our drinking routine for sure.
Yeah, man. I can't have any days wasted right now, especially, I mean, with us being entertainers that literally only generate income from filming and streaming and broadcasting. It's like, bro, we can't afford to like waste time, waste days, and anything by having too much to drink and not being able to function properly the next day. So that's why DHM is like a normal part of my routine. And I really encourage you guys because, like we said, alcohol sales are up all over the place. Everybody kind of misses drinking more. If you still need to be productive, you still got some stuff to do. We encourage you guys to try it out. DHM Detox is completely risk-free purchase. So if you're not satisfied after taking the product, they'll give you your money back 100%. No questions asked. This is a no-brainer. And because you guys are rocking with us, we got you covered with 20% off your order. Just head over to dhmdetox.com and use the promo code DIYS at checkout. That's DHM Detox, DETOX.com. Use the promo code DIYS at checkout. And if you have any questions about the product or just about anything in general involving DHM, you can go and send a message directly to @DHM Detox on Instagram, and they will respond to you. So no reason not to give it a try, guys.
Oh yeah, DHM.
Yo, question, Pat. Oh, seriously, have you seen Hamilton?
The play?
Yeah, the musical. Bro, I'm not a musical guy, bro. Like I'm not. It's just not my thing.
That's how every one of them starts.
Hamilton was legit. Now I will say this, bro. It's long. I had to cut that bitch into 2 days, bro. It's almost 3 hours. But Aaron Burr, sir, I concur. Sir, hey, they was going in, and I didn't realize the dude that created Hamilton, he was on like one of the later seasons of House. He was like in this home. I think it was like a mental home or something like that. And he was like a main character in a couple of episodes with House. But that's the guy that created Hamilton. And it was like, yo, they was going in. Pat, As a musical person, bro, I think you would enjoy. And here's the thing: like normal musicals, I'd be like, oh, bro, someone's singing all this. It's singing all through that bitch, but they be rapping they ass off, Pat. Like rapping, bro.
I hate
it's on Disney, bro. I know you got a Disney subscription. You can just watch it on Disney, bro.
It's on Disney Plus?
Yes, bro.
Hamilton is a Disney product?
Yes. No, it's not a Disney. They just they probably license it to them.
Oh. I love how all musical reviews start off with, look, I don't like musicals. No.
I don't, you know, I've said it. Listen.
No, I know that. I just think it's funny.
They've been trying to get me to look at this for at least a month now. Because they've been walking around the house singing the shit. Like, Kendall sings it all day long. She's watching videos of TikTok from it. I'm just like, all right, I get it. So we went to Palm Springs. They're like, were you watching with us? You promised? I was like, all right, I'll watch it. I watched half of it the first day. Now they were looking at me to see my response. And I was like, hey, that shit kind of lit, though.
The only reason I'm nervous is because I saw a performance of theirs out of context. And I was actually very silent about how much I disliked it. Because everybody was just like, oh my God, it brought musical and hip hop. It brought hip hop to musicals. They were rapping in a musical. And then I don't know, maybe it was the cast that night. Maybe it was the night. Maybe it was just me. I don't know what it was, but it was very much in your face. Like, it's a musical, but we're rapping. Do you like this? I don't know. I always think of that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it might have been a way that was presented, but bro, because I kind of went into it like, what kind of gimmicky shit is this? Oh, they rapping type shit. It doesn't come off like, it's like, yo, it's 1774, and way before we came from London, and now we're here. It's not like that, bro. Like, it is like, bro, just give it a chance.
Is it just a more updated version of that? Because that was like if you were rapping like Kumo D or something, but is it just like the 2020 version of that where it's like trap?
Bro, it feels like the Eminem version of it, but it feels like a pure Eminem version of it. It's like, you know, when you first heard Eminem rapping, it was like, it's like some of the rapid fire rap in there. It's some of the slower rap. It's a little singing in there.
That's the funny thing.
It's good though, bro. Like it's legit good.
I will try it because there's a handful of movies that I like that you can't deny are low-key musicals. So
bro, all I'm gonna say, one of my favorite characters who doesn't even have a lot of lines, right, is the King. And that's all I'll say. For those that know, you know. They'll see it and I want to see the comments. But the King was one of my favorite characters, dog. Like, you see, when he first comes on stage, Pat, what this motherfucker does, dog, you're going to be like, oh, this, I see why.
Okay. I will give it a shot. I promise. That will happen. I will actually try to at least try it before next episode. All right, you're just reliving it at this point.
It's so good.
Okay, you're a fan. You tried to make it seem like I kind of liked it. No, you're a full-on.
I'm a fan of that character. The show was pretty good, but that character, nigga, he was hilarious. I got a little bit left to go. My chicken getting cold, bro. I'm finna take a bite of this. Y'all just gonna have to deal with this shit, bro.
No, go ahead. I'm gonna just show you something to watch. This is wrestling has gone a long way, guys. Just want to let you know. This is the new.
Fuck is this?
Hold on.
I hate the out of context. So yeah, if anybody who's watching the audio, this is a new character. Looks like it was maybe in an all Asian wrestling federation, but he looks like he is Ronald McDonald, which I don't know is that a FU to America or that doesn't matter, but he's doing a lot of penis centralized special moves. Hippie Gold said that move is called the Happy Meal, which is very funny. Yeah, wrestling has gone a very, very far away. Yep. You saw that. You just saw that. I'm gonna just move on. Because I think no commentary is probably the best commentary when it came to that. We are talking about unfair politics. Nothing is as blatant as this. You remember Karen and Ken who were waving assault rifles at the BLM guys and nothing happened? They're from St. Louis. You stomping grounds. They are now invited to speak at the Republican National Convention. I don't understand. Like, if you want to be like racist and be like, oh, I'm a fan of them for being racist, let me give you a dap on the side. Okay. But that was enough for them to speak? Like, what? All they did, they were charged with felonies for unlawful use of a weapon after waving their guns at BLM protesters. They have been invited to speak at the RNC among some other eyebrow-raising picks. Man, it's like that TikTok trend. It's the blatancy for me. It's the blatancy.
That doesn't prove the mindset and the antics associated with the Republican Party. I don't know what else will.
I don't think anything else needs to, because that is just how it is. Like Poetic Justice says in the chat, raise your hand if you're truly surprised.
Right.
It's just like, because we always knew. It's just like, oh, y'all don't care about covering it up anymore. Okay.
At all.
Okay. Well, I mean, there's always good stuff that comes with this. Big shout out to randomly Dolly Parton on supporting the BLM movement. Our little white asses aren't the only ones that matter. That's just a funny way to put it. But it's always refreshing to see, our white allies also stepping up and just being like, yeah, this is ridiculous. Come on, guys, what are we doing? Like it. Even though people are genuinely passionate for each other, it definitely takes a lot more to go into. You know what I mean? Like when Black people had to, we're stepping over into the protests for the immigration and vice versa. When Hispanic people were hitting up the BLM protest, it is a lot, and it's very notable to say that it does take a lot more effort to be so moved by something that isn't directly impacting you, and just being like, yo, what are y'all doing over here? What's going on? Definitely.
I'm just so sick of it, bro.
Yeah, it's parts of it are hard to keep. It's hard to keep separate.
Oh man.
All right, this is my favorite. I was saving the best for last. How much do you think you could physically hate somebody? Because A lot of people hate 6ix9ine. I didn't know that you could hate him this much.
Yeah, nigga, that part. You know what it is, nigga. Ice water, nigga. Tell a bitch, nigga, how to love. That part. I'm out here in Vegas because bitches don't want me to be in at Los Angeles. Up the plane, some more shit. Talk about, do you love me? Bitch, we don't love you, nigga. And you see you over there on the app, nigga. Yeah. They about to beat your ass, nigga. You look, you was over there early in the morning like you always motherfucking do. You hopped into Chicago early. You hopped into LA early. Nigga, you look, you was on house arrest, nigga. And when that bitch seen you in the other side of the building, nigga, you move. Nigga, put your shit on tow trucks and all that. Bitch, you a...
So, points are being made. You know, I'm sure he was there very, very early. But a tattoo?
That's a bit extreme.
That's probably the most extreme I've ever seen.
A bit extreme. I mean, you know what? I was thinking about this whole 6ix9ine thing earlier today, like literally as I was laying in bed, and it's so frustrating because as people who aren't particularly fans of him, there's nothing we could do.
Yeah.
Because as long as people are listening to the music, as long as people are giving him streams, he's going to still be getting his money. He's still going to be able to troll. It's nothing we can do. All we can do is continue to ignore him and not like just support him the way we have been. As far as these rappers, like one can make the point with like, yo, Akon was in the studio with him and a couple other people. Like y'all hang with this clown, like y'all associated with his ridiculousness, right? And then one could say like, yo, when the next rapper sees him and you talking all tough and shit, you don't do nothing, then you a bitch, right? We calling you out too because you just as weak as he is. But it's like, what is that gonna prove? All that's gonna happen from there is the rapper that tries to beat him up or does something to him could possibly get hurt or killed by his security, or he could actually get to dude, right? And then dude like tries to sue him, or the rapper goes to jail for, you know, some form of battery or whatever, or assault. It's not gonna solve anything. It's just like he's one of those people right now. Like he just has to exist because nobody's gonna do anything to the point where he's gonna stop rapping. He's still gonna be rapping. He's still gonna be trolling. So you literally just have to like just turn your head to it, man. There's a lot of noise out there that y'all aren't listening to. Just put him in that same group because he's not gonna go anywhere, and he's not gonna sit down on his own resolve. Like he's a child. He's literally a child screaming for attention. Mm-hmm. It's like when a kid falls, if you look at them, when they fall, they're gonna cry. They want that attention. So like when he does something crazy, we just gotta look the other way. Eventually he'll tire himself off and sit the fuck down.
I mean, I knew people hated him. I just didn't know it was that deep. Like, if you got fuck 6ix9ine tatted on you, I can't imagine what you would do if you caught him. that is some deep hate.
I don't know. Like, my thing is always like this. Like, I've been mad at somebody enough to want to fight them when I seen them, right? And that lasted maybe a couple of days, but then the more I sat with it, the more I thought about it, it's like, man, would fighting them and potentially causing me to go to jail be worth it? Like, did they disrespect me that much that I'm ready to do like time for it? It's like, nobody disrespected me that bad. And I've been disrespected, but it's like, I'm not going to give up my freedom to show you how mad I am or how upset with you. I just won't fuck with you. It's simple as that. I just don't have to ever fuck with you ever again, right? I'm not going to ever risk my freedom to prove how bad and how mad I am. And motherfucker, you know what the best thing I could do is just to stay being successful and continue to grow my company. That's the best thing I could do because that's going to fuck with you even more. You're like, man, I really fucked up that relationship. I'm mad I can't salvage it now. Because I like once I start fucking with you like on that level, oh, we never be cool again, baby. We never. So that's the best thing that I can do. I'm not gonna risk my freedom and being a provider for my family, put all of that in jeopardy to prove how tough and bad. Fuck out of here, bro. You're not worth it. They're not worth it. So I don't want any rapper to risk their freedom, you know what I'm saying, their ability to continue to make music to prove how mad or how much of a snitch he is. Like, don't do that shit. Just don't fuck with him. If the whole music industry was like, yo, he's not good for music. It's not even like the whole snitch part. It's like the way you antagonize people the way you move, like you're not doing anything helpful. Like you just inciting more negativity. If the whole music industry came together, it's like, I'm not fucking with that. Because I remember before he went to jail, and the baby was on like, I think Hot 97 or one of those music shows, and it was like, yo, would you have done a song with the 6ix9ine? Like, yeah, he's the biggest name in music right now. Why would I not do a song with him? I mean, like my ideas and his ideas don't have to mesh up for me to do a song with him. And I got what he was saying from a musical standpoint, but at the same point, it's like, if you wouldn't do a song with who's somebody in the music industry that don't nobody with, if he wouldn't do a song with Ja Rule, don't do a song with 6ix9ine. I don't give a fuck how big he is now. Like,
or if you wouldn't do a song with 6ix9ine if he wasn't that big.
Right, that.
Yeah.
That's really what it is. Like,
if he was an upcoming artist, would you do a song with him?
And he wouldn't.
Yeah, probably not.
And like when people say stuff like that, it really makes me look at them different as an artist too. Because when he said that, when the baby said that, I was like, "Man, you do anything for the clout?" Like, like you're already a big name. People are like, you're getting bigger and bigger. Like, you don't have to do that type of shit. I just like you don't have to. Like, niggas love you, bro. Like, I mean, outside of you like punching fans and shit like that, niggas love you. Like, you and your talent is there. Nobody has ever looked at 6ix9ine and was like, "Yo, this nigga talented. That nigga can rap his ass off." Nah, but we say that the baby's talented, he can rap. But it's just like, well, why would you? And then I think it was last week, the week before last, Kanye shouted out the baby. He was like, "Let's go," and I guess he did it like in the baby's voice or something like that. He typed in the baby's voice, and that prompted the baby say, "I'm gonna let y'all finish, but you wild as hell if you think that Kanye ain't getting my vote, nigga." What? Just because he said "let's go"? Yeah, just because he gave you that shout out, now you gonna vote for Kanye? That's crazy because I'm pretty sure you're a felon and you can't vote anyway. So stop leading the people astray. Come on with the bullshit, bro.
Is he a felon? Huh? Oh yeah, he killed.
I don't know. I thought he was a felon. I thought he got a gun charge before.
If you kill somebody and get away with it, are you a felon?
No, I don't think so. Not if it was lawfully, and I think he did it in a stand your ground state.
Right. So the felon is only if you're convicted.
I thought it was. I thought it was from a different charge. Let me see.
But then why do they say convicted felon? That's why I'm confused. Could you be a non-convicted felon?
Well, if you were non-convicted, you wouldn't be a felon. They wouldn't put it out there.
Right. So then why do they say convicted felon? Is that just to reiterate and double up?
I don't know. Let me find out right now.
No, they ran up on him on Walmart. He definitely got
right. I remember that part. So carrying concealed weapon, pled guilty to carrying a concealed weapon, which is a misdemeanor. He was detained and questioned by Miami connection to a robbery investigation. He was later arrested. Authorities found he had a warrant out in Texas.
Got his full background check in 2 seconds.
Yeah, man.
That's wild. Internet is a crazy place.
The rapper the baby found guilty of weapons charge in North Carolina, Walmart fatal shooting. But I don't. Yeah, maybe he doesn't have a felony.
Good for him.
Yeah. Then he can't vote.
So he probably might vote for Kanye. So.
Oh.
That's wild.
Cut that shit out, man.
But yeah,
cut that shit out.
That is that's some hatred to get that tattoo. That is some hatred. I feel like, man, I hope that guy doesn't catch Tekashi, because that runs deep. You got that when you old. Like, yep, still fuck Tekashi. Feel me? Would you ever get fuck vegetables tatted? I don't know. You wrapped everything up so nicely. I had nothing to add. Okay, so we got the announcement. You guys stuck in there, and we appreciate you. I don't know, Tahir, you wanna go ahead and say it?
Oh, yeah, for sure. So, ladies and gentlemen, you guys have been saying it. We've seen the comments, we've seen the posts, we see the Instagram.
This is the last episode.
Yeah.
We know you guys have been hating this. It's not really been great for you. You've been telling us to wrap it up. What better way than in the middle of COVID, we just putting a big, nice ribbon on it. And there are no more damn internet, you scary Zoom podcasts.
Yeah. So, been a good run. Thank God so much for rocking with us on Zoom and allowing us to be able to adjust. And yeah, man, next week we're going to be in person doing the motherfucking episode. Yeah.
Hey, damn internet, you scary songs are back. Woo! Damn internet, you scary as a bitch. I forgot how it went.
That ain't the name of the song. We're just giving this shit a switch.
Oh shit.
Damn internet, you scary damn a bitch. That ain't the name of the song. We're just giving that shit a switch.
A twist, I think.
Twist.
I would have joined in, but you know, I would have been all off. It would have been a lag.
Yeah, it would have.
And that's pretty much the point. But yeah, we're gonna see if we can start shooting out of a Kev studio. You know, the same respectful way that he does with the social distancing. But yeah, at this point, we want to give you guys that same energy, get the songs popping again, for as long as we can. So
it's a different energy in person too, man. Like,
yeah, for sure,
it's a different energy. Yo, let me tell you how crazy Twitter is before we get up out of here. So somebody added me and they added Roy from Joe Budden's podcast, and it was like, yo, you should get Roy on Wording Is Hard. Mm-hmm. And I was like, hey, I'd love to. And Roy responded. He was like, man, I'm totally down. It's a hilarious show. Just know I'm a pupil of the New York public school system. I was like, man, I'm from St. Louis public school. You'll be fine. He was like, all right, well, let's make it happen. So that's the world that Twitter is, man. Like, random shit happens like that all the time. So shout out to the young lady that made that happen. Or young man, I can't remember who did it, but yeah.
That's dope.
Twitter, yeah,
man. That is one of the cool things about Twitter that's not talked about enough. Just the fact that it can make things happen like that.
Yeah.
That's super dope. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Okay. We're getting some love. I see you guys were missing the in-person energy. Mm-hmm. We might have a guest next week as well. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, and we're gonna try to bring back a good version or a safe version of Lunchtime Lottery as well. So look for that. And then other than that, I think that's about it.
That it.
That it.
We will in another episode. Yeah, man. We appreciate y'all. Look forward to next week. Seeing y'all in a different circumstances in the same place. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get this going. As always, I'm Tahir Moore.
And I am Patrick Cloud.
And we will see you next time on Damn Internet. You scary.
Yeah.